Good afternoon. Today's date is May 4th, 2025. Time is 5:35 p.m. Now, I wanted to switch up a little bit today. Usually I talk about the orange tyrant, but today I'm going to talk about another set of tyrants. These deal with two cryptocurrency scammers. Now, I've been involved with this particular group. I'm not involved with them anymore because I actually had reported them probably by close to a year ago. These guys had a cryptocurrency platform supposedly where they had people call people and sort of networking in order to get people involved in this cryptocurrency. And obviously, brothers would come in, such as my brother brought me in, and I brought my younger brother in, and then I brought my friends in, only to find out, and of course contributed tens of thousands of dollars. My brother's a lot, my older brother a lot more than that, and of course there were other people who put in their retirements going into this program, 10, 20, 30, 40, $100,000, some even more than that. Money they couldn't afford, money they put away for the future, or again, as I said, for retirement. So they had this cryptocurrency scheme in which they had a platform. Looked real enough. It looked like, it even fooled me. Tough to do that, but we fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Of course, it became suspicious when they kept on pushing the goalposts back, telling us, well, you're going to be in a position soon to start taking out your money. We need to get, we need to get it up to a certain level. And then once it gets up to a certain level, then you guys will be able to get debit cards and you can be able to purchase, from the debit card using your crypto, all that kind of good stuff. So obviously we all fell for it hook, line, and sinker. So guys seemed real enough. We had meetings like 2, 3, 4 times a week, sometimes more than that. And then, as I said, as it progressed even further down the line, they kept on moving the goalposts. Well, we can't do it now. We can't do it now. Debit cards aren't ready. This, that, the other thing. Well, it ended up being a scam because eventually when push came to shove and they were pushed on these issues, their cryptocurrency platform disappeared. And they disappeared. Now, from what I understand, these guys, and I'll give their names in a second, are running some other type of, same type of scam, but with a whole different cast of characters. Now, some of the people who were gullible enough to believe them may still be with them. I don't think they are, because if they weren't given out then, they're not given out now, and those people are probably gone, so they're starting up with a whole new set. The name of the company was One Family Media Group out of Georgia, and the coin was the DoCoin, or DoCoin platform, whatever they wanted to call it. So they went ahead and they set up shop in Georgia. The names of the two individuals are Thomas Ford and Scott Calvin Porter. So if those names ring a bell, DoCoin rings a bell, One Family Media Group rings a bell, supposedly had some type of system set up down there in regards to some type of entertainment place that they have, and probably in a strip mall, saying that they have investments in that and then you can invest in that. That's all a bunch of garbage. Now, I've already been to the FBI with this. I've already been to the state secretary's office in Georgia, because they're the ones who handle this fraudulent behavior. Now, with the FBI, they launched an initial investigation, and because my losses didn't meet their threshold of $250,000, they actually closed the case. Okay, what they suggested to me, and I'm going to get back in contact with this gentleman, is that to contact the state secretary of state's office in Georgia, file your complaint there. If they find wrongdoing, which they should have by now, and they haven't got back in contact with us, is they will submit that information to the FBI so they can do their research on it. Haven't heard anything from the Secretary of State's office yet. I will be following up with them, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up. In case you run into anything dealing with One Family Media Group, DoCoin, Scott Calvin Porter, or Thomas Ford, report it immediately. It is a scam. Now, I will be following up with these guys, and I'll be following up with this issue. I sort of lost track of it because I was dealing with the orange tyrant, this election, which has really taken a lot of my time and emphasis. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll know that I am pretty prolific following the orange tyrant up, and I'm going to be just as prolific as following these guys. hopefully we'll get something done. But I just wanted to have, a public service announcement to let you guys know that if anybody knows anything about that, hit me up in the comments, hit me with a DM, Whatever you know, let me know so we can catch these guys and bring them to justice and hold them accountable for their criminal activity. Good enough? Repost, and I'll come back at you later with the same situation. Thanks.